What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Yes, indeed. Usually I'm up here, giving reactions, doing reaction videos, things like that. But this particular video right here, I'm straight giving y'all some real talk. Period, point blank. It is what it is. I'm gonna drop some game down on the flow. It's up to you to pick it up and run with it. It's just that simple. You know, I can lead you to water. I can't make you drink it. And this is for women and men equal. Okay? This ain't just for men. If you want to win, point blank, if you want to win and be successful in this game called life, you have to, and I mean you have to, always put yourself first. And I do mean in everything. Relatives, friends, and anybody else is always secondary. Always. Because if you don't, that means your pocket is going to suffer. Definitely your direct family is going to suffer. Because you're not prioritizing the things you should. Because if you were putting yourself first, you would always make sure that they were taken care of. Because if you weren't taken care of, there's no way that they could be taken care of. I'm going to say that again because maybe that went over a lot of people's head. If you can't take care of yourself, there's no way that you can take care of your family. And the only way you can take care of your family is to make sure you're taking care of yourself. I hope that makes sense to people. I hope that makes sense because that ain't trying to be or putting that over nobody's head that they ain't catching. Because I wake up in the morning, every single morning. First, I drop down on my knees and give thanks to the man upstairs for giving me another day on this earth. That's first and foremost. Then I wash my face and brush my teeth and look at myself and tell my own self, you one fine mother. You dig? You dig? I don't need nobody to tell me. I don't need no one to tell me. Okay, I know that I am. I know for a fact I am. And at the same token, I don't need no one to tell me I'm going to make a success out of myself. No one. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't need no one to tell me I'm going to make a success out of myself. And I know a lot of y'all ain't going to want to hear this, but it's true. And if you don't like it, that's your fault. I don't care. Okay? Taking care of grown kids is not putting yourself first. Okay? It's just not. Once a kid hits maturity, there is no reason whatsoever you're supposed to be taking care of them at all. You are a failure as a parent if you're still taking care of your child when they reach maturity. It's just that simple. And taking care of your kid is not providing your kid a home to live, okay? Life is life. Life is hard. I'll never deny that. Life is hard. So there are times that your kid is going to fall and need somewhere to land. There's nothing wrong with a person staying with their parents or whoever it may be to get back on their feet. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're taking care of them, if you're buying them their clothes, if you're buying them their food, if you're providing for them other than shelter, you're hindering that child into being an adult and full-fledged and a full-fledged, got me stuttering here, full-fledged adult. You're hindering them fully. So you know what that equals? That equals, and you see it all the time. When you see kids 30, 40 years old still living with mama, still living with daddy, Is them are mostly the reasons. You can trust and believe it. Them are mostly the reasons, or they're drug addicts. Them are mostly the reasons. Trust and believe me. Trust and believe me. And I'm not acting like I'm no angel, and I'm not acting like I haven't did things that I shouldn't have did. Trust and believe me, I ain't. But I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way on things not to do. And there's nothing wrong at all with setting realistic goals for yourself. And I do mean realistic, okay? You're not gonna be a millionaire overnight. That's just thinking crazy, okay? You're not gonna be a millionaire in a few years. That's just being crazy, thinking totally crazy. Now, as far as okay, you being a six-figure man, six-figure woman in a few years, 3 4 years, that's realistic. Now you're thinking realistic. Now you're thinking smart. That's where your mind should be. Especially if you've raised your kids. Like I said, once your kids hit 19, 20 years old, 21, you shouldn't be. No, there's no way I'm taking care of a kid 19, 20, 21 years old. There is just no way. I'm not doing it. It's not gonna happen. At least I'm not. You got some that will. Okay, you got some that's gonna live their life, and I do mean live their life for a kid, and make nothing of themselves. Oh no, 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 no. Your job is to raise that child to become a functional person in society. Now, other than that, the choices they make as an adult is the choices they make on how they're going to live their life. You have to go on and live your life. You put a pause on things you want to do when you have a kid, to make sure that kid is raised and have the things they need to survive in life, and to make something positive of themselves in life. That's what you do. And I do mean you only put a pause, because I know that's what I had to do. I had to put a pause on what I was doing in life. Just a pause. Just a pause. Now that my kids are grown, you know what that means? Oh, daddy got a life too. You know what I'm saying? Daddy got a life too. I messed up and had mine at a young age. Okay, I had to sit back and understand and realize, okay, look, you're going to have to pause yourself and the things you want for this point in time to make sure your kids are taken care of. And that's what was did, and that's what I did. Now it's my life. This is what what am I gonna do with the rest of my life? The rest of the days I got on this earth. And I guarantee you, it won't be taking care of no grown kid. I guarantee you that. That's a guarantee. Now what the next person does, I personally don't care. I honestly do not care, not one iota. I don't care. I really don't. That's what I mean and what I say when I say put yourself first always. 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 I was putting myself first when I put my kids in position to be successful. That's me putting myself first, because you know why? You really want to know why? That's putting myself first is because now I can live my life knowing that I did everything humanly possible to be or to put my kids in a successful light in life. That's why. And I can't speak for no one else but myself. And I would never, and I do mean ever, want a woman that wasn't putting herself first. I want y'all to hear that again. I would never want a woman that wasn't putting herself first. Unless she had kids or was raised wanting a family. That's it. Those are the only reasons. if she had kids or one of the family, she would have to put her family, not her relatives, her family first. Anything other than that, I couldn't accept. Especially if her family was including me. Because that equals everything, okay? When you have a family, that means you have to take care of that woman and those kids. Okay? And that do mean if you're together as a family. Now, if you separated, okay, yes, no, you still have to be there for your kids, but you don't have to be there for that woman. But if you're separated, yes, you have to be there for your kids. That's guaranteed. If you're not there for your kids, you just a scum. You just a scumbag, straight up and down. It's just that simple. But if you there with your kid, I mean, you still with that woman, or that woman is still with you, vice versa, it doesn't matter. Okay, putting them first, as in you putting that man or that woman first, is still prioritizing yourself first, because the only way you can be a good person to your sibling is if you're good to yourself. It's just that. I mean, I swear, it is. If you ain't understanding what I'm saying, it ain't meant for you. I'm gonna just say it like that. If you ain't understanding what I'm saying, it ain't meant for you. Serious, it's just that serious, man. It's just that serious. And I mean, really do. I'm not saying what I don't know what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying. It's just that serious, okay? Not simple. It's just that serious, okay? You need to know that you have to put yourself first. You can't do good for anyone else on this planet if you're not doing good for yourself. You can't. Don't let no one fool you. If you're not doing good for yourself, you can't do good for no one else. It's impossible. It's impossible. And anyone that wants you to do good for them and be there for them while you suffer and you struggle, they don't love you. They don't love you at all. They really don't love you. They're using you, but they don't love you. I want to see you succeed, because I'm going to make sure I succeed. And I love you and myself enough to leave you if I have to. The same way I love myself enough to not take care of a grown kid. I love myself enough. It's just that simple. I love myself enough. And my child is selfish, and I failed again. Like I said, I failed raising that child if they don't understand what I'm saying. If they don't understand where I'm coming from, I failed. And I accept that. If I was the man or the woman, I would accept that. Okay, I failed. You can't change the past. You can't change it. But you can show them by showing them by what is it? Take that back. What? Excuse me. By cutting them off and not messing with them as far as supporting them, not giving them shelter. That's not the same. By supporting them, that definitely will show them, okay? That definitely will show them. Not accepting or letting them be around you, you're showing them by doing that, regardless of what anyone say or what anyone feel. You have a lot of people that don't know nothing about what respect is, and don't know how to raise an actual child to become a functional adult in this society. A positive one. You don't know. A lot of them don't know, because they've been raised by, there is a such thing as a grown kid, grown ass kids. Grown ass kids. But I'm always gonna put myself first. Just that it in everything. In everything. I'm always gonna put myself first because the only way I can do better and do good for anyone else is if I'm doing good for myself. If I ain't doing good for myself, I can't do nothing for nobody else. It's just that simple. If I ain't doing good for myself, I can't do nothing for nobody. And I do mean nothing for nobody if I ain't doing good for myself. But hey, giving y'all a little game. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Share, like, and subscribe. Peace. I'm up out of here.